Dan, what's up, buddy? Mr. Hunter, what's up, boss? Good morning, man. How we doing? And good morning, everybody. Joining over on right now, guys. Just here we go live on YouTube. All you can see. You guys have any questions? Oh, education session. Age. Trading, hey, trading as well. All right, everybody's joining the tube. What's up, traders? Good morning again, Hunter, Gino, David, Skylar, Chris. What's going on, guys and girls? I'm sure we got some ladies in here today, but what's up? Good morning, happy Tuesday. It's 8:17 in the morning. We got about 45 minutes for you guys to use me and abuse me and ask any questions you guys have, and let's get you guys prepared for today and try and help you guys out, learn something new, point you in the right direction. Just take the right steps in the right direction every day. Steve, buddy, what's up, man? Good morning. Jim, what's up, man? Good morning, Jim. Just so you guys, okay, yeah, that's on my end. My computer's been spazzing out a lot lately, even when I updated every component in the computer. Did a nice little reset as well. Completely, I wiped the slate clean. Still having issues with it. I don't get it, but yeah, it's gotta be 1 second. Let me go in here to my sound settings and let's get that switch. Boom. You should be good to go in 2 ears now. So you can really hear my nice, beautiful voice. All set, clear, good, beautiful. All right, so if you guys are wondering what are the top stocks that I'm watching today, all right, you got number 1 is going to be JSPR, number 2 is going to be SIDU, and number 3 is going to be PRE. Really, really unfortunate. I was in this trade this morning here in pre-market. Left so much on the table. I actually got out pretty much flat on the trade. I was in right here at 7 o'clock. And I just, with everything that we have going on in the morning, I had to exit that position. I was expecting this to be a break, a squeeze right up to 293, take some profits. But here we were like 710. I didn't even have the live stream up inside of chat at that point in time. I'm like, I have to get the stream up, get everybody fired up, start getting them prepared. You know, 15 minutes is 15 minutes behind, and I need to make sure everybody inside of chat's getting prepared and ready to go. So I got out of that trade because I can't put stops in pre-market. Shortly later, look back, 20 minutes later, the stock rips all the way up to 356 on PRE. So I was in this thing this morning at 7 o'clock, and again, realized, you know, man, this is taking a while. Definitely need to start getting out of this and get the team prepared. But yeah, anyway, PRE was a nice little trade this morning. It was coming back into that 250, 260 level of support, and all we did was just come through and break the downtrend after holding support. And then look at that. That thing just absolutely took on off. So simple stuff. When you have a stock that's consolidating and pulling back into a validated support level, and then it starts to break a downtrend, those are high probability setups that you want to take to the long side. And they're really, really easy strategies because you're targeting the high that we just sold off from. So in this case, you see that big spike on up. The stock is pulling back into a support level. You have a downtrend that could be broken as well. And if we start to break that downtrend, that confirms entries, stops under the prior swing low or under that level of support. And it's very simple. You have a clear-cut target, which is the high that we just sold off from. For example, PRE coming into that support level, bouncing, breaking the downtrend, confirming your entries, never getting stopped out on that position, and then boom, you hit your target within about 30 minutes or so. If you guys want to take that away, it's a very simple strategy. It's a break of the downtrend after we just went on a nice big move to the upside, and as we're pulling back into a very strong key level of support. Breaking the downtrend with volume, confirms your entries, stops under support, and you're retargeting the high that we just sold off from. So, yep, PRA is going to be a top stock for today, SIDU, and then JSPR. Other than that, we crushed Netflix yesterday on the daily gap fill. We were talking about that. SQ, I have my puts. And then watching Amazon and Tesla today for some day trade action. Other than that, we're going to sit back and see what else pops on up. Maybe around 8:30, get a nice little 8:30 press release wave coming on up, and maybe we have something really start moving at that point in time. Chris saying he works the magic, working the magic for you guys. Did I get your text? I don't know, man. I get so many texts per day that I have maybe, what is it? I have 544 missed texts. So I have no idea because I literally have 544 missed texts. And I get maybe 20 to 25 a day. So I rarely look at my texts. I rarely answer my phone unless it's someone that's saved in there, like my mom or my wife. But I have to definitely check. Like email, same thing. I get like 30 emails a day. Like 30 emails, 40 emails a day. And it's like nearly impossible with everything else I have going on to get to everything. But yeah, I did not see anything as far as a text come through, boss. Oh, I actually see it. Okay, cool. I got you. And I actually went to respond, but I never sent it. Look at that. I got a pending message in there from you, boss. But yeah, so the very first email that you would have received, the confirmation email that said, hey, thank you so much for joining. Here are the next steps. There's actually a link in that email to where you can go manage your account. So locate the first email, click the link, the button in that email, and that's going to take you to your customer hub where you can actually manage your account and do everything that you got to do there. Yeah, I said update your Apple ID or something like that over on TikTok. It's okay. We want to work with you guys anyway here on YouTube. All right? I know you came from TikTok, but still, we want to work with you guys that are here on the tube. So that's what we have on watch today. If you guys are wondering, JSPR above 181 looks good. We could definitely see this re-break too and start the spike on up towards around 3 and then 343 on JSPR. SIDU, if we ever break that downtrend, we have a nice trade back up to 154. PRE, if we stay above VWAP and we stay above this uptrend here in pre-market, we could have a nice little trade here in pre-market as long as we hold above this uptrend. Netflix, not really a lot for today unless we bounce back up close to that gap fill level and we get another rejection for the puts on down. Kind of a back burner at this point in time here on Netflix, just like Square. I have my puts yesterday right around $70. So, we're just going to kind of manage Square and see if we ever get into profit today to start scaling out. Those were about 45 days out. To the short side, we got a few contracts with a $60 strike for a February 24th expiration, and we're looking for Square to come back down in the low 60s by the end of next week. So that's the swing trade there on Square. No day trade opportunity, just going to manage the swing trade. But Amazon looks good today. We're definitely going to keep this one on high watch for a really nice day trade opportunity, especially if we crack below 86. We'll be looking for some puts. And then Tesla, if we crack below 117.20, we'll be looking for some puts down towards around 114.28. So an ideal entry point on a JSPR would be back down as close to the 200-day moving average as possible. So you see that red line right here, this red line on my daily chart, that's the 200-day moving average. And you can see here that it was support, resistance, resistance. It's definitely a key level that traders utilize as support and resistance, especially on the daily chart. So I would say if you can get an entry as close to that support level as possible, that's going to be the absolute best entry, because then you put stops maybe, I don't know, something like this, 10 to 15 cents below that level of support, just to give it a little bit of breathing room if it just kind of wicks below momentarily. But ideally, you want to be trying to catch a long position as close to a solid support level as possible. Give it a little bit of breathing room, put your stops this price, maybe again, 10 to 15 cents. And then you already know we could see a nice, 30, 40, 50 cent move on JSPR, especially if we get that nice solid bounce off that support level. So at this point in time, I'm not going to be touching JSPR until we get just a little bit closer to that 181 level, and then actually just watch it and see if there's any kind of good price action, if it's actually holding, do we have more buyers than sellers, and try to establish, multiple separate reasons to really jump into that trade. So right now, it's a game of patience on JSPR. Sit back, watch it, and wait for the best setup to present itself. And right now, there's no setup. There's no opportunity. And it's about 25 cents away from that key level of support, which just doesn't make it a good risk-reward opportunity right now. Yo, Griff, what's up, boss? Good morning. Again, we are live on YouTube. You guys have any help you want stuff over to YouTube? It's Alpha Day. Help you guys out again. YouTube. Let's have some. Yeah, again, 180, absolutely, down towards around 180. And just like DATS, right? A lot of new traders, they see something like this, and they think the stock's going to go to $1.52. They think that there's never going to be like a pullback on a stock. But when a stock moves up that quick, that fast, straight to the upside in a parabolic fashion, it's due for a pullback. There's going to be sellers, right? If you were, and I'm just going to put this in perspective on why we wait for pullbacks, okay? Why we do not chase stocks, okay? If you bought this at 50 cents, what do you think you're doing at 75 cents? Like, what do you think you're doing? You bought it at 50 cents for a 50-cent breakout. The stock within 3 minutes rips 25 cents to the upside. That's 50% in less than 10 minutes. What would you be doing at that point in time? If you were in that position at, say, 50 cents on DATS, just ran up to 75 cents in a few minutes. What are you doing? You're taking profit. So imagine every trader out there that bought that stock at 50 cents. What do you think every trader out there is doing? Taking profit. And what happens when you have more traders taking profit versus buying? The stocks pull back. The stocks come back down, which is good. It's healthy. There's going to be profit taking in stocks, which cause pullbacks. During those pullbacks, it gives you an opportunity to see who's still in control, right? Is it a healthy pullback? Is it a brutal pullback? Was that a pump and dump? Like, it gives you an opportunity to be patient, continue to watch that stock develop, the price action, who's in control, watch the volume, all that good stuff. And it gives you an opportunity to build a plan for the next leg up, for the next best entry. So this is a prime example. And just to put it into perspective, why we don't touch stocks when they make massive moves. Because trading psychology is all of these traders that were getting in at 45 cents, at 50 cents, at 55 cents, at 60 cents, they're most likely taking profit. And at the same time, as a professional trader, I see the stock just went from 50 cents to 75. I don't want to buy it up here. because I know it's going to pull back. So there's a lot of less traders buying the stock at 75 cents, but everybody that's already in it is selling to take profits. Now you have an imbalance between buyers and sellers. Sellers are going to outweigh the buyers at that point in time. Stock's going to come back down. So why would you want to buy it at 75 cents when the probability is it's going to come back down, and you may be able to get an entry at 50 cents? 45 cents, right? Versus getting in at 70 to 75 cents and then watching it come down to 50 cents, cutting your loss, taking a massive loss just to watch the stock run back up. 20 minutes later, you get discouraged, rinse and repeat that really brutal process, and then just eventually blow up your account. So when a stock moves that much, that quick, in a short period of time, make yourself a rule. You will not touch that stock until it pulls back. And guess what? 90% of the time, the stock will pull back. Guess what? Watch it pull back. Look at the volume. Identify support levels. Are we coming down into support? Are there now more buyers than sellers? Or we have that imbalance between buyers and sellers where buyers are starting to step back in and regain control. And if that were to happen, boom, buyers can regain control, push it right back to the upside. Again, don't be the typical retail trader and have the FOMO and have, the emotions causing you to make bad decisions, getting in as the stock is on a massive tear just to watch the stock come back down 25, 30%, and you lose a lot of money. No, you can actually cancel it, and then it's just going to automatically not renewed, so you lose access when the time comes. So yeah, you're good, Hunter. See, again, JSPR, the stock breaks a key level of resistance, 181. Why are we not chasing the stock? Well, everybody that's getting in at 180, at 190, at $2, what the heck do you think they're doing? The stock is up 30%. They're taking profits. What happens when there's less buyers and more sellers? More profit takers versus the stock's going to pull back. Where to? As close to a key level of support as possible. And then you want to actually see what is going on at that level of support. Are you starting to see buyers step back in? Are sellers being depleted? Can we see the transition from selling to buying? And if you start to see that in the volume, you start to see that with the price action, the way the candles are moving and the way those candles are forming at or near those key levels of support, you can start building a plan to get in where buyers are most likely getting back into the trade, and then let buyers push it on up. Let the typical retail trader come in and FOMO in and push it up higher for you so you could sell as they're buying. And then that's how you're going to stay as profitable as possible. And you reduce your risk, right? Because if you're buying here at $2 and you know support's down here at 180 and you got to give it maybe 10 cents of breathing room, what did you just do? You bought at $2 with a 170 stop, you're risking 30 cents a share. Or you can be a little bit more patient and buy this as it comes down to 180. Where's your stop loss? It's still at 170. So by you being patient, you just lessened your risk on that particular trade by 20 cents, which also means you increased your reward by 20 cents as well. It's multifaceted. Not only did you reduce your risk by 20 cents by being patient, you also increased the reward to the upside in your favor. So you just got to be as patient as possible, wait for the best of the best setups to come to you, and make sure that those setups have the least amount of risk and the highest amount of reward. That means you're going to be trading less. You're not going to be trading as much. You're not going to have 10, 20, 30 trades a day. You might have like 1 or 2 a day. Shit, you may have 1 or 2 a week, but those trades you take are quality. Those trades you take have high probabilities. And when you do that consistently, guess what? You're going to see your bottom line grow. But you have to be patient. You have to be disciplined and wait for those setups to come to you. And be patient to wait for those to develop and then identify those and build your plans and get prepared. That's what's going to separate you from the 90% of people that fail. You're here for a reason. You want to learn how to trade stocks. You want to do it consistently. You want to do it consistently and you want to make money in the market. You got to do what the average person is not doing. What we just talked about is what 90% of traders will not do, and it's why they fail. If you do not want to fail, you got to start doing those boring things. You got to be patient. You got to master your discipline. And guess what? You're most likely going to be very successful if you can master those things. Yeah, so those are my trade idea scanners. So I pay about, I think it's like $2,400 a year is what I pay for those scanners. They're premium AI powered scanners, and I stream those to my community absolutely free. So instead of them out there paying $100 a month for a new streamer, which you need a new streamer, terminal access for most shorted stocks and market sentiment that you're probably going to pay $100 a month for, and then scanners. You got to have some quality scanners based on, you know, what you trade and how you trade to identify the opportunities in the market before the typical retail trader does. You got to have the tools and the resources to be as successful as possible. So I pay thousands of dollars a year for these premium tools and resources, and I stream them to the members inside of the community at no additional cost. So they're already coming out on top in just tools and resources that I stream for free. And on top of that, the education, the mentorship, the coaching, the community, the support, everything else that comes with it. It's just a lot of icing on the cake. It's like almost too much icing on the cake. You get sick because it's too much sugar. And so now what are we doing? The stock just broke on out. Now it's pulling back into a level of support with a little bit of a downtrend, right? Little bit. Don't like it. It's a very steep downtrend, but it's still worth, identifying, still worth noting that you got a slight little downtrend here on JSPR, but I don't think that's the downtrend. It's too steep to the downside. I don't think that's it. Can I not remove? Oh, there it is. So I think it pops on up a little bit and then comes right back down, and then we form the downtrend. I don't think this is the downtrend. It's too steep. So I think we get a little bit of pop on up, and then it comes back down into the 180s, and then we have an established downtrend that we could utilize for an upcoming trade here on JSPR. Again, DATS is giving everything back. JSPR, you got to wait for the setup. SIDU never broke the downtrend. PRE is bouncing off the trend line right here, but I don't want it. I don't want it here. It's already bounced off the trend line, bounced off the VWAP. It's way too overextended. I think we crack the trend line and dump on down. I want to short the stock, believe it or not, guys. I want to log into my larger account, and I would love to short this stock right here in pre-markets if and when we crack this trend line. So if you guys can short stocks and you have ability to locate some shares on PRE, you start to crack this trend line, I think you start dumping on off. So you have a great short opportunity, maybe right around the corner here on PRE, if and when we crack this uptrend. And I would short it as well myself. If anyone is hesitant about joining Alpha Nation, I love it. Alpha Nation, baby. Yeah, Alpha Day Trading. I can firsthand say I was too, but it's truly worth every penny. Josh is the GOAT. I appreciate it, Hunter. Great teacher, truly life-changing. Man, I appreciate it, Hunter. And yeah, you really hit it on the head. You were hesitant. I mean, everybody's hesitant to do something new, to spend any kind of money to invest in education. I mean, I'm hesitant myself. Back in October, I spent $7,500 to join this private group of just high net worth individuals, a bunch of 7, 8, 9-figure entrepreneurs that own small businesses, large businesses, multiple businesses. I mean, these are really great minds. One of my goals for 2022 was to network and connect with 7 like-minded individuals such as myself, whether that's trading related, whether that's real estate, just entrepreneurs, business owners, guys and girls that are out there trying to change their life around. And so that was one of my goals, and I took the leap of faith. I was hesitant, right? $7,500 for a 90-day program. That's a lot of money, right? But I still spent $7,500 on a 90-day program to invest in my education. But I was hesitant. Hesitation's natural. And like Hunter said, he was a little hesitant as well, right? Took him about 2 months before he made the decision. And after he made the decision, hey, he's like, it was worth every single penny. So you come in, you're ready to learn. You want to actually acquire the skill set. You're ready to put in a little bit of work, because you got to put in a little bit of work so I can help pick up the slack, right? If you just come in and do nothing, I can't help you. You got to take some kind of initiative. You got to put in some kind of work. You have to show up. And if you do that and you're ready to learn and you want to acquire the skill set, this is where you want to be. This is the place where you're going to have the highest probability of acquiring that skill set. What trend lines do you like the best? Could you elaborate on that question just a little bit more? What trend lines do you like the best? You got two types of trend lines. You got uptrends and you have downtrends. I love cracks of uptrends personally. I love a nice solid crack of an uptrend for a short position. And I also like a nice solid break of a downtrend. I was actually in this trade this morning here on PRE at a break of this downtrend. I was in at 265 right at 7 o'clock. But again, I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. I have a team of hundreds of traders that rely on me every day to get prepared for the trading session, to make sure that they're on top of every pre-market mover, to make sure that we're building our game plans for the market, open at 9:30. So there's a lot of things that I do behind the scenes in the morning, which takes me away from trading some really good quality setups. I'm in pre-market, but I took this trade right at 7 o'clock. I was thinking this was going to be a quick break, up 2-3 minutes, get out for some quick profits. But here's the deal. I get in. The stock pushes on up. There's a lot of selling pressure. We're pulling back. We're like 6 minutes into our morning. I haven't even pushed the live stream yet. The scanners aren't live. I haven't even said good morning, and everybody's inside a chat ready to rock. So I had to close that position because I was going to be distracted. My focus was taken away from that trade. And if your focus is going to be taken away from a trade for 5-10 seconds, that's 5-10 seconds too long. You got to make the good decisions. You got to get out. So I had to get out of that position just to watch it rip almost $1 to the upside, where I could have locked in several hundreds of dollars before 9:30. But it's all about patience, right? I love uptrends. I love downtrends. Breaks of downtrends, beautiful. Cracks of uptrends, fantastic. I'm getting ready to log in to my other account just so I can locate some shares here on PRE, and I'm going to short PRE at a crack of this trend line. So if we ever put in a lower high formation, right, a lower high, and then we start to fall below this trend line, that's a fantastic short. You should short the crap out of it, right? It's a high probability short opportunity. You could definitely see this dump on back down to 3 and then 293 here on PRE. So do later now. What trend lines do you like the best? Two types of trend lines. You got an uptrend, you got a downtrend. I love them both. You have a lot of different types of strategies that incorporate trend lines into them. And if you know how to properly draw a trend line, what are the highest probability setups based on trend lines, you could do really, really well in the market just trading trend lines and support, resistance, and price action. You could do really, really good. So I would say, Johnny, ask that question, or maybe someone can give you a response based on your question so it doesn't come off as like me being biased, right? So like if you're day one, month one, 6 months in, and you don't really have a foundation built, this is the best place for you. I would highly, highly recommend it. Like I do not appeal to traders that want to trade $1 million accounts and do 10K days, right? I really, really work with newer traders to help them build that foundation. And I work with intermediate traders as well. So brand new trader, beginner trader knows nothing. You're definitely going to get that foundation built the right way. I work with intermediate traders as well. Traders that have some kind of experience. They have screen time. They've actually bought some stocks and sold some stocks. They've made some money. They've lost some money. They're right there. They're so close to success, but they don't know what's holding them back. There's a few missing pieces. There's a brick wall in front of them. They keep getting up, running to the brick wall, falling down. They get back up. They're motivated. They hit the brick wall. They fall down. They're motivated. They're getting ready to break through, right? But they just don't know what's missing. I help traders like that as well. But traders that are looking to just simply go, I got $1 million account now from 100 grand. Teach me how to scale up. I mean, the scale up process is really, really, really simple. And again, it doesn't really take a lot of time. But to answer your question straight up, yeah, brand new spanking traders in the market to build a solid foundation of education, 110%. And then intermediate traders that have somewhat of a foundation built, just missing a few pieces to get to that next level. We've been able to help a lot of newer traders or intermediate traders break through as well and get to that consistency and get to that profitability that was, really holding them back and where they were kind of finding a lot of struggle. So That's what it's all about. Build a foundation so you can grow upon it. Right? If you want to build a skyscraper, you can't do it on a weak foundation. You want to build a trading career, you can't do it on a weak foundation. Right? Brand new trader, guess what? You don't have bad habits. You don't even have the foundation going. Like, so it's going to be easy as a brand new trader to say, hey, you don't have bad habits. The slate's clean. We can start fresh. It's easy. Intermediate traders, they come in with bad habits. They've already tried to build our foundation, but they did it the wrong way. So we have to go through and disassemble a few things and start the rebuilding process. It takes a little bit more time to break those bad habits, but once you break those bad habits, you wipe the slate clean and start fresh. You could really see a lot of great progression, but it's easier to get newer traders off the ground that have little to no experience because you're a green pea, right? You have no idea what to learn first and then second and third. And then I'm going to say, hey, this is what you learn right now today. And then day 2, learn this. Day 3, learn this. Day 4, learn this. Now it's time to do this. Now it's time to do that. You don't know anything else to do. You're just going to follow and trust in the process. And you're going to start seeing a lot of success. Josh, is the affiliate links still down? Hunter, we have not had our affiliate program open for a few months now as we're making the transition to Alpha Day Trading 2.0 and the release or the launch of our new platform. So as soon as all of that's done, we will start to reoffer and have an affiliate program available once again. Thoughts on Tesla puts? Tesla's actually on my watch list for puts below 117.20 today. Below 117.20, I like it. So I said we're going to get a little bit of bounce, probably put in a lower high, and then establish a downtrend. So you could have taken it off 181 support, right? I said 181 support. So you could be the type of trader that says, okay, I'm going to buy at 181, and I'm expecting it to hold and bounce, and I'm going to give my 10 cents of risk. You would not be stopped out. You'd currently be up, 14 cents a share. Or you can wait for a little bit more of a well-developed setup, right? So you have traders such as myself. I get in at these key levels of support because I'm very confident my level of support is the best level of support. Traders in chat call me the master of support and resistance. I don't know why, but I just identify the best levels of support and resistance with like 90% accuracy, nearly to the penny, right? 181 was literally to the penny, 181, and it bounced. So I'm so confident in my ability to identify key levels of support and resistance. I will take trades off of my levels of support and resistance when they're hit to the penny. Some traders, they're not yet that confident to do so. Like I would be all over that trade at 181 with a stop at 170 because I'm that confident. But you could wait for a more of a, I would say higher probability setup, but a more well-developed. I would say a well-developed setup. And so right now, the well-developed setup that you could be seeing is a break of this downtrend. So the only way you get a trade here, if you're not already into JSPR, is if the stock gets rejected here at this downtrend. Okay, so here, you have this high, you sold on off, down the 181, you bounced right into this downtrend. Okay, now you want to see a slight pullback, a slightly higher low. If you come down the 181 to the penny, that's fine, but ideally a slightly higher low. And then if you start to break this downtrend after you put in market structure, now that's a very well-developed setup. That's a very well-developed strategy where you get a bounce off support into downtrend resistance. It pulls back, starts to give you some market structure, curls on up. You see buyers moving on in. You start to break the downtrend. That's a key area to be getting involved in that trade. Where would stops then go at that point in time? Stops would go right below that level of support, right? So if we do get the pullback to 181 and we hold on up, and this stock starts to curl on up again, it starts to break that downtrend, that gives you entries right around like 185, right? 186, call it 190. Okay, if you get in at the break of this downtrend, if that sets up at 190, where do your stops go? Your stops would go underneath that level of support. You're risking 10 cents. Where's your target? The prior high that we just sold off from. It's very simple. You know where your entry's at. You know where your stop loss is. You know where your target's at. And you go ahead and start building your plan around those levels. Again, if you're not already into this position. Got two types of traders. The trader that actually wants to wait for that type of setup and then get the trade. Then you have the trader like me that I'm so confident in my levels of support and resistance, I'm taking those to the penny trades. And that's what I call them, to the penny trades. Came down the 181, I'm in. If it falls below 181 into the 170s, I'm out. Because a to the penny trade means it comes to the penny, it stops there, and then it bounces on up. Or it goes up to the penny, stops there, and gets rejected on down. To the penny trades, right? You give it little to no breathing room on those types of setups. But again, you may not be confident to take those to the penny trades, so now you need to see it develop just a little bit better. And a better development would be get rejected right here, come down, start to put in some market structure right off that 181 level, and then take it for a break of this downtrend with a target of those highs, right? And then the stops are going to be right under that level of support, maybe 5 to 10 cents at most. So you must have canceled it, and then it canceled right away. So let me go ahead and get that set up for you. Give me one sec. There was an option to like cancel it at the end of the cycle. You must have canceled it right away. Here, in a couple seconds, you will have access again. All right, go ahead and refresh, log back in, and you should be all set, boss. Actually, hold on. You're not all set. Give me one sec. Why is that still... All right, you're good, man. You're good. Parker, I've been paper trading on Webull for a few months now. Do you recommend a different platform to put real money into? Webull's good, Parker. Webull's okay. And if you've already been paper trading on Webull, you already know the platform, you know the system. You're comfortable with it. You know how to navigate it. So I wouldn't now go from Webull paper to say like TOS real, because now you're going to relearn the platform and you may make mistakes with certain types of functionality within the platform. So I would say stick with it. Webull's fine. You've already gotten to know Webull. You're confident with it. You're familiar with it. I would say just stick with it. Webull is a decent platform for newer traders. All right, so you got BIOR, get some action. You got HC Wainwright maintaining a buy on BIOR and adjusting the price target to $65. Okay. So yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and get that in chat. It's a $65 price target. But here's the deal. When you see HC Wainwright coming in, announcing price targets, maintaining buy ratings, those stocks can do well. It's a $2 stock, and they say, hey, it's 65 buckarooskies. Like, all right. But anyway, when you see HC Wainwright step in and drop like press releases like that and articles, then you're good to go. If I wanted to move platforms in the future, would I be able to move my money? Yes, there's two ways you can do that. Number one is you could liquidate all your positions, let the cash settle, withdraw the cash into your bank account, and then deposit the cash into the next brokerage firm. Or you can do what's called an ACAT, A-C-A-T. It's an ACAT asset transfer. So you could basically transfer everything from, say, E-Trade. That could be your positions, your cash. I mean, everything. You can do an ACAT transfer from, say, E-Trade to TD Ameritrade, or from Webull to TD without actually having to sell everything, let it settle in cash, and then do that transfer. It's an ACAT internal broker-to-broker transfer that you would be able to do at that point in time. All right, so when you are ready, because there's a few individuals that are like, you know what, I'm on the fence, but I'm definitely considering joining. So I'm just going to give you a quick little overview of what to expect, all right? Just so there's no confusion until the new platform's up and running, until the new website and our systems are all up and running as well, all right? So what you're going to do is just head over to alphadaytrading.com. Like, why is my Google Chrome weird today? Yeah, you go to alphadaytrading.com, check us out, who we are, and then when you're ready, you can come down here and hit the memberships area and look at the pricing, and then just simply click join the team. That's going to take you to the checkout page. You're going to simply go through and just check out, put in your contact information, go ahead and sign up, agree, and then place the order. And that's going to send you on over to a thank you page, right? This is where you're going to land after that. You're going to be logged out, but it's going to send you to a thank you page. Read it. Check your email. We sent you very important credentials, right? It's going to be an email that you receive that's going to redirect you to the set your credential page, right? You're going to put in your password, and then it's going to put you on the login page. And then from there, you can simply get logged in, right? And if you don't get redirected to that login page after you set up your credentials, just go back to alphadaytrading.com, go click login, and then go ahead and use your email as your username when you signed up and the password that you just set. And that's going to drop you right into the platform. And from there, you have access to the Morning Stock newsletter. You have access to the video lessons library. There's 160 plus lessons in that video lessons library. Anything that you need to learn about is going to be there. And if you have any questions and you need assistance kind of navigating the video lessons library, you can get the help that you need inside of the live trading room. So this is where we're training daily, live trading, Q&A sessions, trading workshops, all kinds of ops and stuff. I don't know why my internet's so buggy today. Like, this is happening with almost every website today. There we go. And then just come on in, scroll down, turn on the live stream. All right, and then just start engaging with members inside a chat. Check out all of the alerts. Check out member profits. Use that as inspiration. Check out our quality alerts for the day. Again, definitely take some time and check out the Morning Stock newsletter. Every single stock with news. Daily game plans, exactly what I'm looking at, what I want to trade today, and why, my levels, my entries, my exits. You know, get prepared. Dive into that video lessons library, study up, and if you signed up for the yearly, simply come in here to the course tab, go to course login, and you'll be able to go ahead and log in to get access to your course. So it's very, very simple. You just go to alphadaytrading.com, join, go ahead and check your email, set up your credentials, and that's going to give you access to the platform, and you guys can get started right away. All right, so we look forward to seeing you guys inside of the community. Look forward to working with you, helping you guys out, and making sure you guys are on the right path to success. And that you guys can actually take your trading to the next level and, you know, accomplish those goals that you guys have for yourself. I need a secretary. Alpha needs a secretary. Steve, you can be my secretary. I'll hire you, man. Let's go. I need a virtual assistant or something. That's what I need for sure. That's funny. So any final questions, let me know. If not, we're going to go ahead and shut down the stream here on YouTube. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Like I said, early this week, actually it was yesterday, my days get all mixed up. By Friday, if we see that we have a concurrent 100 viewers on the stream, we're going to do some giveaways. I may give away access to our course absolutely free. I may give away some free memberships to some viewers here on YouTube as well. So make sure you're here Friday. Share the stream, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Make sure you're notified when we go live. Make sure you're here Friday. And one thing that you can do to help is share the stream as well. Get some more interest, more traffic, especially people that need some help to really learn how to trade stocks the right way. If we get to that 100 viewers officially here on YouTube by Friday, I'm going to give away access to our course to a couple lucky members or a couple lucky individuals. And then I'm going to give away some free chat room access to a few lucky individuals as well here on YouTube this Friday. So make sure you're here. I'm going to give away some stuff. We'll have some fun with it. So get excited. It's going to be a good old time. OpenAI can be my secretary. I might have to check out some chat GTP stuff, right? Notion has AI. They can be my secretary. So we're breaking downtrends left and right, too. We're breaking downtrends left and right. We cracked this uptrend. SIDU broke the downtrend, starting to rip on up. JSPR breaking that downtrend, right? Starting to get a nice little pop to the upside after it came down to the penny at 181. Bounced. Hasn't looked back since. And then, DATS is dead. But I want to scan one last time before we jump off here. SHC. The slow, weak grind to the upside. So nothing there. VYNE. Yeah, slow grind, nothing there. WEJO. Random pop on up. DATS. Gave everything back. This is why you don't buy stocks as they rip on up. 50% to the upside. BIOR. HC Wainwright. With the maintaining of coverage. We'll see if BIOR can get some action. But honestly, today, I'm looking to short stocks. Like, I don't want to really go long on a whole lot of stuff. I'm really just short positioned today with pennies. I want to look for those massive movers, then I want to short them on back down. And then we'll see what we have with the SPY. There's not really a lot to go off of. Oh, yeah, you got the Fed speaking at 9 o'clock. You do have Powell speaking this morning at 9 a.m.? I think it's 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. You got the Fed speaking. So we'll have to see what Mr. Fed wants to say, and we'll go from there and see how that moves the market. All right. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell. I do this every single morning to help you guys out, to talk about the top stocks, educate you guys as much as possible, introduce you to new strategies, ways of thinking, ways of trading, to make sure that you guys are always walking away more knowledgeable than how you arrived. And if you guys want to join the team and join the coaching program, just go to alphadaytrading.com. Check us out. When you're ready to take that next step, we're here for you, and we look forward to working with you guys. All right, so happy, safe trading. Enjoy your Money Tuesday. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning on YouTube right at 8:15 as we do it all again. Take care. Have a good one. Stay blessed. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning, guys.